Hello, we are a family from Slovenia. My name is Matjaz.
And I'm Ursa.
And this is Kerala, our small baby. So we're traveling currently in India for 2 months. And we started our travel with 3 kids. 2 from my previous marriage. And we are now alone with this little baby. She's quite an attraction here. Her name is Kerala and she was conceived in South India state Kerala. So we found out this is quite a good name. So 2 years ago when we came back home from this trip and we found out that we are pregnant, so we already had the name for her. She's quite alive, maybe because my wife is yoga teacher and she was doing yoga almost 2 weeks before the labor. So basically she inherited all these movements and we have hard time, especially in India with her. So, but it comes with the pleasure of traveling.
Yes, but that's why the traveling is even more harder.
Yes, so like Ursa said many times, she regrets it was quite a difficult step, a difficult way of traveling. I
cannot say that I regret, but if I knew before, I think I will pick maybe some Thailand or some easier country than India because it's hard. First obstacle is food.
Yeah, she just started.
Spices.
Now she's 1 year 4 months, and when we came she was just starting really good walking, and all the dirt around we have to take care because baby takes everything in mouth, so this is dirt, dangers that come along with this, so disinfection of hands
All the time.
And spicy food, that's what I mentioned. This was one really difficult thing. We were not aware when we started, and the first day we sat with 3 children at the table. It was Indian restaurant, and on the menu it was hardly anything fine without really spicy.
They didn't have even French fries.
No,
So
it was just Indian food. So basically in Rishikesh or in other more touristic places you do find European food, Western food, but we didn't know that at first. So we were trying to eat this khichdi, lentils with rice basically, and we had to
but also
specify.
noodles are usually quite spicy.
And growing up, can you talk a little about where you're from and how it was growing up and your experiences, how you became travelers?
We were, I found out we traveled more than average person in Slovenia. So basically how we started when we were studying, it was change of system. Yugoslavia fell apart and small countries arose, and we in the smallest of them all, Slovenia, it was socialist system and people were not used to travel. So this means we just went to one of Yugoslavian states to the seaside or maybe to Austria to shopping, but otherwise we didn't see Europe or other continents. So the first time I was 18, we went to Turkey. It was still relatively close, and then during the studies we had the opportunity to earn money because there was quite a lot of money circling around, and if you had idea or you were willing to work, there were lots of opportunities. So while studying we were working all the time, either waitering or I was working as a junior accountant, earning money, and I think 90% of money that I earned spent on traveling. So when I was 22, the first time I flew was to South America for 3 months. Then within 5 years I visited West Africa, India. Then I settled down and started to build my first family. So I believe Ursa had the same experience.
Yes, I'm a little bit younger, and my mother, she's a little bit younger, so we travel more, but like some Paris or some big cities just to visit. So we were, when I was young, we travel more. But afterwards, my first really long trip was in New York. I went alone. But I didn't like it. I really didn't like it. So afterwards, some Thailand also for 3 months. This was one of really nice trips. Nice traveling around the islands, and Thailand is really beautiful. And then I started to travel because of yoga. Because of the teacher training courses and that kind of stuff. So now we are together in this because of our second job, yoga vacations, and we build up the first yoga house in Fuerteventura in Canarian Islands. So we were there for 4 years. We rent a house, and there it was really nice, but this was not traveling. There we were just, in one place, in one villa, and people from abroad, they were just coming, and we did yoga vacations there. Afterwards, we grown up, and we went to to Morocco and to other places also.
Yeah, when we met, we discovered this as a very common point. So we build it up. We found out that we are enjoying more than when we are traveling. Also because I have 2 more kids from previous relation, and whenever we were in Slovenia, they were around. But when we went abroad, we were just on our own. So it was more time for us, more special time for us. Yes, maybe before I forgot to mention that in socialism system everybody was equal, so basically very big middle class, but nobody was traveling around because either this was not desired to see countries that are more developed, and people invested their money different way. And when we had our own money, like in student times, then we discovered that traveling abroad is really fulfilling us. We see people, habits, different customs. We meet different people that we had lack of it when we were young. So this is basically one very important opportunity that we could reach, we only then started thinking the new possibilities, and that's why now when economic crisis started a couple of years ago, people migrated a lot abroad, and this means they already have thinking, okay, if I don't do it in Slovenia, I will do it more successfully abroad. But we did not have this, and the economy then, it was quite strong, so nobody was even thinking about living abroad. So it was just basically as much as you earned, that long could you stay. So I don't know, 2-3 months of student work for 1 month abroad. That was the economy while we were young. Yeah, but now we earn our own money successfully, so we do have 3 or 4 months vacation every year. So we go, Ursa has some yoga vacations, yoga holidays, people come, we earn some money, and the remaining 2-3 months we just enjoy.
And with your accounting, you said that you're able to work remotely around the world.
Yes, I have accounting office, basically 2 employees that work most of the daily tasks, and I just do on my laptop. Internet is widely spread here in India, so it's completely no problem. When problem or some project arises, then I just sit for a couple of hours and I finish it, and this is basically my office. So internet cafes or just a restaurant. My wife is supporting me, so when I need to do something, then I also don't have to take a look at the baby. So basically, yeah, I work.
Can you talk about the story of taking your children to the Delhi airport? And you've done this more than once, and that's interesting. But
Yeah, we would live abroad if it is not for my children that I want to be regularly with. So they live with their mother in Slovenia, and we stay there. And summer holiday we split in two parts, so 1 month with her and 1 month with us, because it is the only way we can take them with us on the airplane and to the other continent. And this was also the case, so they were started traveling with us for 1 month, and then the school starts in September and they had to go back home. So they were 10 and 7 years old. Hardly my youngest doesn't understand any English, and the oldest, Julian, is 10 years old and he understands a couple of words. And luckily, air companies have unaccompanied minors policy, so basically they get a person who takes them over, who accompanies them from the counter to the airplane, and in transfer flight this is the same, and at the final destination there is a mother waiting for them. So basically this is what we did with our return home, so their return home. So they got a person looking after. We just Delhi airport is basically quite close, so you cannot even take them to check-in counter. So with all the luggage they have, somebody came out, they took them, and 12 hours later I received an SMS that they're safe in Slovenia. So it works.
Even when Indian child asks you where you live.
Yes, I was sitting outside of the gate just to have this positive confirmation that they boarded the airplane and that they are fine. And then suddenly one Indian came to me and he said, I have this small nephew and he wants to know, why did you send your kids alone? And I have to explain them, look, this is cool, they are grown enough to travel on their own, but not only that, they have a person who takes care of them, and on the airplane the stewardess, flight attendants really take care of them. So basically it's nothing to worry about, and it's really safe way to transfer
afterwards kids that it was really okay. So
yeah.
If they told, I think they were.
But they really enjoy the plane. Why? Because they have this big screen
Yes.
with cartoons and games and good food. So
And of course everybody spoiled them, they were alone.
yeah, we recommend this solution if you have children on your
Because
own.
nothing can. My father is a sport pilot, and he said the only thing could happen is the airplane can crash. This is the only bad thing.
the only thing, with parents or without. Huh?
So, but this is like.
And after India, what's next?
We're constantly developing new projects. So basically, we are looking
But
for.
we know.
We know what's next, yes, but Yoga on Holidays, you can check on our webpage what is next holiday that we are preparing. So we are considering Bali and Croatia in our proximity.
But for us, Costa Rica.
We want to eventually move there. So we like volcanic energy and the tropical forests, either Canary Islands, Fuerteventura, it's similar, though it's more the desert. But Costa Rica we would really like to see, to meet and to travel there.
And to stay.
Me too, can I go? What would you say to the world? What would you recommend if somebody's looking for a change in their life? What would be the first step? It may sound a little cliche, but why not ask what you have to offer to the world that would inspire others based on your experiences?
Well, for me and for Ursa, we have common aspect astrological. This is a Pluto planet in the 9th house, which means transformation abroad. And this is exactly what is happening to us. So lots of transformation. So like I explained before, when you travel, you meet people, you see what's going on, you get ideas, really so many ideas for business, for what to do with your life, how to clear the relationships with the family, with relatives, with the friends. So everything,
And you
all
meet-
possibility solutions, they come.
you meet that kind of friends you never had it before in your life. I think we met one guy in Jaisalmer, Ashraf, and I think I could pick 5 friends and he would be one of the best friends, and I can hardly know him. So I think also is meet new people and to feel their heart, this opening, what they can share. I think this is really amazing. What kind of people can you meet in the world?
Well, what is the biggest issue here is you meet people, you don't know their background, so you basically have to feel their energy. If the energy is right, you get along with them and you keep with them, you stuck with them, you travel together, you meet on the street, and this is more pristine than knowing somebody from your childhood. So basically, good people arise. Good people show up, you can trust them and you know they will not disappoint. And we found Ashraf, he offered us to stay in his hotel in Jaisalmer, Mystic Hotel, which was really great because with all the kids we could settle down a little bit. He helped us with everything, with every need, and the hotel is one of the cleanest in India, I can assure that. And we will do yoga vacations with him in the desert, camels. It will be
Camel yoga, huh?
Yeah, it's a posture, but maybe we can do camel on a camel.
running fast, huh?
Why not?
Yeah.
Well,
But
thank
I
you.
realized that the world is really small, and if you travel, the world within you is every day bigger.
Nice. Nicely said.
Yeah, I agree with that. So for us, it's a way of living. For Kerala, it will also be way of living. It's like being a diplomat, traveling all those countries to see everything, and she doesn't know how fortunate she is to have her parents with her on daily 24/7 routine. So basically we are very happy family, and I suggest many families to discover this if they have this within themselves. So
Try. Yeah.
traveling,
It's hard, but
it's worth.
it's worth it.
How about a family hug?
Okay.
Namaste. 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 No,
Sometimes she does.
sometimes she does. Yeah.
Živja po slovensko.
Živja.